It's Tuesday. We made it past St. Patrick's Day. Hopefully you woke up on time today. If you didn't, I can't help you. But it's probably you're a little late for work if you're watching this right now. Anyways, we got a great show coming up for you, including the best piece of glass in town. See what it did there? We're going to learn more with Glacier Glass and so much more on CKPG today. Yeah, you know when your windshield looks like that, it's time to probably come see the experts here at Glacier Glass. We found one of the experts, a long timer. Bruce, thanks for making the time for us today.
Oh, you're welcome. Good to be here.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little bit about, you've been working in this, doing this for 40 years?
Yep. Yes, 40 years, several different companies over the years, Speedy being the longest, but Glacier Glass, this is going to be where I retire from.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Well, that's good that you have that, it's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, another 4 or 5 years.
Do you get nightmares about replacing windshields when you've been doing it that long?
Sometimes, or if you've been doing, I've been cutting mirrors for the last 3 days, so I've been dreaming about mirrors too, but yeah, yeah, it happens.
It happens. Cool. So we're going to step in for a little bit of a windshield replacement today. So you can see, yeah, the window badly in need of a replacement behind me. But talk to me a little bit about when people should know to replace their windshield. Is there some signs?
Well, that's obviously broken pretty bad. Rock chips can affect your vision. Pitting, sandblasting can affect your vision as well when you're driving along. And that'll mostly affect you at night. This is a really bad time of year to replace a windshield because the rock's on the road, but sometimes you still have to do it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, yeah, you don't choose when the rock hits you.
No, you don't. And depending on how badly it's broken, you pretty much have to deal with them.
Yeah. So April, pretty common time, or April, May, when people start, really?
Yeah. Okay. That's when once the street sweepers have been off the roads for a while, then yeah, that's the time to get it done.
That's when you know. Cool. Okay, so how long does this process take today?
Start to finish on this, it'll probably be around 2 hours.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get packed up here, ready to watch from a side and let you do your thing.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, you can see the cake has been completed. I'm going to call it the cake, Bruce.
Okay, that'll work.
So this is the big reveal, though, the big lift. You make sure everything's right for this?
Yes. Make sure everything on the vehicle's prepped and ready to go. Everything's prepped and ready to go on the windshield. Handles, tape to hold it in place once it's set. So yeah, it's all good now.
Perfect. Okay, I'll let you guys give it a whirl here. The big lift. This is like the most satisfying moment, some would argue, with the best piece of glass in town. Now, how do you know it's sealed like the best way here, Bruce?
You can actually go in and look.
Oh, there you go. Lots of little fine adjusting, eh?
Yes.
Oh, so this is where you're double checking on the inside. I see.
Most vehicles, you cannot see that.
No, you can't?
No, you can't.
Okay, Jeeps are unique.
Jeeps are you can go inside, you can see the seal on it somewhat, but most vehicles, your windshield is going underneath your hood. You can't see where the bond is.
Okay, so now this is on here. How long has it got to stay taped up like this?
Half an hour.
Half an hour, okay.
In half an hour, this will pass what they call a government crash test for rollover. With the windshield won't eject.
Interesting.
The urethane doesn't fully cure for probably, depending on temperature outside, 24 hours.
Okay.
But yeah, it used to be you had to wait 4 hours.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, people weren't very happy. You drop your vehicle off in the morning, pick it up at the end of the day.
This is when you get your lunch break though.
Yeah, this is when I start my second windshield.
Well, thanks for your time today. I'll let you keep going. And yeah, you're a natural. Come check them out here at Glacier Glass. 40 years of experience. Can you ask for any more? I don't think so. Thanks, Bruce.
You're welcome.
Lots of talk about mortgage rates, the interest rate, and all of that going to be covered in another edition of Money Matters with Integris. So lucky to be joined by Jay today. Talk about more about that. Thanks for making the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so let's get started on the mortgage rates and renewals here, because there's lots of people coming up for them. Lots of people coming up that probably had low rates before, but the rates are changing. How far, what's your advice to people? How far ahead in time should they do that?
So most people, what we find do is they wait kind of till the last minute to renew, or they wait until their lender gives them a call, usually about 4 or 6 months before their mortgage is up for renewal, to kind of talk rates. For our current members at Integris, some of them, they might not know, but what we can do is it's called a blend and extend.
Okay.
So what that does is, say you have, let's say 22 months left on your mortgage, so that's just under 2 years. You can blend that current rate with, you have to pick another term that's more than 2 years. So it has to be 2, 3, 4, or 5. Based on that scenario, if you have 22 months left. And then what happens is we take into consideration your current rate at that 22 months. And say you picked a 5-year you wanted to blend it with, we use that rate at the remaining 38 months. And what that does is it blends the rate together for you, and then you extend it for 5 years. So what happens is you typically get a lower rate than what you would be getting right now, and then you've extended it for 5 years.
I was going to say, that seems like an easy win for someone who maybe wants to get a little bit of a lower rate.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the other, the benefit of that is, the biggest thing is peace of mind. You know, you've locked yourself in. Obviously, right now, it seems like rates are probably coming down a bit. But still, it gives you that peace of mind knowing that you have a solid rate and you've extended it for a longer period of time, and there's no penalty to do this.
Right. That's the important thing, no penalty.
Exactly. And the thing with non-members, so someone who doesn't deal with Integris yet, if you're thinking of moving your mortgage over or switching over to your local credit union, we can help with your legal fees.
Oh.
So
That's
so
a good
that
one
is
too,
a good
right?
one. Yeah.
Because I love all these fees. It's funny, sometimes they just sneak up on you.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the legal fees, that's really, say if someone's giving you a little bit of a better rate, sometimes it's that legal fee that comes in where you're like, is it even worth it? For 0.5, I'm getting lower to move it. So that is one thing that we're doing now, is helping out with that legal fee.
Interesting. Yeah, Bank of Canada, of course. You never know what they're going to do. Maybe one more drop. Do you feel maybe? Probably.
I feel
with the tariffs and everything.
Kind of what I've been hearing is there might be another drop probably early summer.
Yeah.
Just with the tariffs might kind of put a little stall on everything, but I believe there probably will be another small one coming up.
Okay, good to plan for there.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to ask about, I get stressed at work here, Jay. You probably doing a little bit of stress in this interview, but a stress test for a mortgage, what is that? Walk me through that.
So what a stress test is whatever rate you're getting for your application for your mortgage, we pretty much inflate that by 2% or our benchmark rate, whatever we've had set. So we do that to make sure that you qualify at a higher rate, just in case, say after your 5-year, whatever your term comes up for renewal, if rates skyrocketed, we want to make sure you're still in a position that you're able to continue to afford your mortgage.
Right.
Which is kind of a benefit to the person as well. And there's 2 types of mortgages, you could say. There's conventional, so when you have 20% or more down as the down payment.
Yep.
And then there's an insured mortgage, which allows people to get into a home with less than 20% down, as long as you have
first timers.
Yeah, exactly. So just the only reason I'm bringing those two up is if you go the insured mortgage way, you have to qualify at your stress test at Integris. Like you have to qualify because we have to go by the insurer's guidelines. But if it's conventional, it's Integris's guidelines. So as long as you qualify at the rate you're being offered, you're good to go. The stress test, we might be like, oh, it looks a little bit kind of off, but as long as you qualify at your rate, we'll still do the deal for you.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, good to know there. The other thing, I mean, it is worth bringing up, the difference between you guys and a broker lender, or not you guys, I mean you in particular here, a mobile mortgage broker. Like, what is the difference between you and some of the other folks?
So with my role, it's a little bit unique. So it gives me the flexibility of being available pretty much, you could say 24/7.
Don't call you in the middle of the night.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, yeah. Most people don't. But yeah, it gives me that flexibility of like, because a lot of people, they work, say, same hours as a
8 to 5.
8 to 5.
9 to 4,
So it's hard to get into like an appointment. So with me, it's you can early morning if you're like, hey Jay, like, can you call me somehow at 6 a.m. before I get on work? Yeah, I can do that. Sundays, you need me to call you then, I can do that as well. We don't need to meet in a bank. We could meet at a coffee shop. I could even come to your house if you're comfortable and have my laptop and kind of run numbers and stuff for you like that. So it's really nice because it gives me the opportunity to help people that, say, typically can't get into like the normal banking hours. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Last question quickly before we wrap this up, Jay. Difference between Integris and a big bank. There is some perks going with Integris, right?
So right now, I would say our interest rates are actually very competitive right now. And I'll actually say we probably have one of the best in town right now. So whether you have a mortgage coming up for renewal, whether it's at Integris, whether it's somewhere else, or you're looking to buy a new house, I would suggest at least give us a call, see what we can do, what we're offering you, and then, make your decision from there. Again, and Integris is also local.
Yes.
So everything we do kind of comes back to the community and goes back to our members. So yeah, it's
a win-win-win.
It is, yeah.
We support you, you support us.
Exactly.
They support everyone in your neighborhood. Integris. Great community members. Thanks so much for coming in today, Jay.
Thanks for having me.
If you have any questions for Integris, be sure to reach out to them. Of course, for anything. You can ask anything.
Exactly, yes. Any questions?
Money Matters on CKPG Today is brought to you by Integris Credit Union. From here, all in for you.
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV.
In case you didn't know, ECRA here is the place to be because they're having another Patchwork of Talent show. You don't want to miss this. There's a lot of jokes, a lot of fun, and a lot of great acting. They don't call themselves professionals. They call themselves naturals. I couldn't agree more. We're going to give you a little preview of the show and so much more. Step inside the stage.
And she stands up, bigger than life, and she says,
Sylvia.
in another life, I was Cleopatra.
Leona!
Yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
Sylvia Armbruster, Cleopatra? No way. I was.
Leona!
Yeah.
Leona!
I liked Egypt.
As you can see, a lot of fun being had at this production. Odelia, or what should I call you for this production other than Jibs for the teeth?
Oh, Maggie. Good old Maggie. She goes to all the functions around town. Well known here. Yes. Yeah.
These teeth, is this something that you got used to here, or is this...
Yeah, I couldn't get in to see the dentist for years. They wouldn't take me. I don't know why. I just wouldn't take me. They said I didn't qualify.
I see. Oh, the seniors dental plan hadn't kicked in yet.
Nope.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this production here, Maggie.
Okay, well, we have lots more besides this one, and we're starting Friday, March 21st, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
We're skipping Saturday so everybody can go see hockey games. Sunday, 2 o'clock. That's the 23rd. Don't forget, Sunday, 23rd, 2
Maggie
o'clock.
can remember, you can too.
Yes. And
Tell me a little bit about what the variety of acts. So you got this, obviously. Anything else you want to spill the tea on?
we got a couple farmers.
Okay.
You know, Colin's in there, and Noella, and we got a few of the other ones there. They're all in it, and lots of fun, lots of music. We got Daryl and a few of his people coming, and they entertain while we're changing sets and doing things, and yeah.
Okay.
The whole evening is full of non-stop entertainment.
I like it. Okay, Colin, we'll go to you here, or should I say George, but do you get creeped out by our teeth? Not just me, right?
No, I'm not creeped out by it at all.
He's used to me now.
We have to put up with this every week.
Every week, just a little bit of more shenanigans. What's your favorite part of the talent show? This is pretty cool. You guys are putting this on again.
I like it all.
Yeah.
Because I get to play some very ridiculous characters. I get to be half naked on stage. That seems to be a trend for the last couple of plays.
If that isn't a reason to buy a ticket, I don't know what is, ladies.
Or it might put them right off. Who knows?
And then Noella, you're getting yelled at as Leona the half the time here. It sounds like fun for you.
Well, he's such a piece of work. I need my sleep as well. So I just got a little carried away and had a little nap that just wouldn't wake up for this poor old George. But yeah, I had fun doing it. Yeah.
Well, you guys are naturals.
Oh, we are. We're certainly not professionals, but we just let it all ride.
I like it.
Never know from one week to the next during rehearsals what's going to happen.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Odelia, as we wrap this up, remind me where all the money goes from this, of course, because this is an important part as well.
Well, it helps to keep this center running for one thing, and 20% of what we take in goes to our spa, and that goes through our sound system, which we are really trying to get everything new. And we're doing really well, but we need a lot of stuff yet.
Yeah. Teeth are expensive too, so maybe you'll get those money for that.
Yeah, we
The dental.
a lot of props.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for your time today, and good luck with the show. Come check it out here at Ecker. We'll link it on ckpgtoday.ca. All the dates, times, everything you need to know. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Caden.
Time for our CKPG Snapshot feature. Once again, a little dose of National Geographic here. Thanks to Connor Westergaard, a very curious muley on your screen now. Captured this near Prince George. You know, mule deer have a stomach that is actually separated into 4. It's true. It's a true fact. Just like this, taken by Connor Westergaard, local photographer. That's a true fact too. If you have any great photos, send them our way. Snapshot at ckpg.com. Hey there, got an idea or suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca.
The Scene Center has hosted a lot of interesting events over its history, including when they used to truck in hundreds of pounds of dirt and a lot of cattle, bulls especially, for a bull riding competition. I remember attending this as a kid. Do you remember going? Let's take a look back today in local history.
Some bull riding action to take in here with a name that's definitely fit for the sport. Evans, Billy Boy from Quesnel. He was riding a bull named Aftermath during the Super Bowl, not Super Bowl, 8 Second Thunder held at the multiplex. This is one of those times in history you can just smell through the picture, right? All the bull riding happening in CN Center. Did you go? It's a pretty cool event. Some pretty great bull riders here in town as well.
Yeah, it's funny. The Cougars playoff run that year smelled a little bit of bull crap. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you for more great stuff on the show tomorrow. Okay, bye for now, folks.